We've managed to speak to tens of thousands of voters. I'll run through a quick canvassing briefing later that makes this clear, but this part of the operation is really about making sure that all that incredibly hard work we've been doing over the last 5 weeks translates into making sure that on July the 4th, on July 5th, we're able to stand there and say that we made history and got Jeremy Corbyn elected as an independent MP for Islington North.
But you know what? Winning this thing it'll be Friday morning. How good's that going to feel? How good's that going to feel? That we've actually showed them that the people of this community have stood up for hope, for peace, for justice, and for an inclusive society. And just to finish on this, racism is on the rise all across Europe. That's why the election in France is so crucial. That's why all the elections across Europe are so crucial. I will never descend into the gutter of blaming migrants, minorities, refugees, people that desperately try and get across the channel to seek a place of safety for the cause of our ills. The cause of our ills are inequality and injustice, poverty created by vast amounts of wealth held by a small number of people and corporations. We need redistribution of wealth and power in our society. That's what it's all about. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 2 5/8, 3. Vote Corbyn! If you're speaking to a Green voter, you can remind them that the party's not really campaigning here. They're kind of behind closed doors actually backing Jeremy. And actually, Jeremy, they have a choice in this election between a Labour Party that has stood down and backed down on all of its commitments on climate change, from its £28 billion pledge to everything else that they've committed to and then gone back on, and a candidate who will stand with Green MPs, will stand with progressive Labour MPs to push forward like transformative ideas on climate change, and that's the choice in this election.
You two are going to have boards where you are only knocking at doors where we still have no information. So this is quite tricky. It's grueling because these are hard to reach people, so you need to manage the expectations of your canvassers.
I did that yesterday.
It's absolutely vital because these are in areas where we know there's a lot of support. So it's really critical, and if it comes to it being closed, this is what makes the difference for getting them across.
Jeremy has been consistent throughout the decades, always. It doesn't matter whether he's the leader of the Labour Party, he's a backbencher, he's in the Labour Party, he's an independent candidate now. He's there, and he shows up, and he stands up, and he comes out for people, for the planet, for humanity, for communities. He's not in it for himself.
He stands up for human rights around the world, not just racist immigration policies in the UK. He stands up for the people of Palestine. He stands up against all atrocities against people who are being oppressed. He stands up for everybody who's minoritized. He stands up for working class people. He stands up for everybody, and this is crucial and important to me as a black woman who has lived and breathed and faced racism all my life and fought against racism, that he has always stood up against racism. He's always spoken out. If you contact Jeremy and say, can you do this for us? Can you have a statement? Can you come to this rally? Can you speak out on this? Can you raise this in Parliament? Can you do a parliamentary question? Yes, okay, what do you want me to do? I'm there, I'm on it. Yeah? No hesitation whatsoever. So give this man a big round of applause. Look at him still standing up for our rights all these years, when he could have just retired and had a relaxed life.
I announced 4 weeks ago I'd be standing as an independent candidate, and we've had an amazing response from the local community and from people from all over the country. And what's the message? Well, why do so many people in this area have to leave because they can no longer afford to pay the rent in private sector flats? Why do so many of our children underachieve in school because they're sharing a bed or a bedroom with 2 or 3 siblings and can't move on? Why do so many of our communities suffer from mental health stress? Answer: low wages, stress, poverty. Why do we have more food banks than branches of McDonald's? Answer: there is desperate poverty. Why are so many children in poverty? Because we have the inhumanity of a cap on two children in the benefit system. All these things have got to go. And so I am determined to be that voice in Parliament that will speak up on all of these issues. If the new government delivers on these things, I'm a generous person. I will congratulate them and thank them for doing it. But if they don't, they'll be hearing my voice, because it'll be your voice that I'll be delivering there in Parliament on these issues. Take that message out there, and let's win on Thursday. Thank you.
I'm going to see those posters, get everyone to squeeze in, and after 3, we're going to say, vote for Jeremy Independent. 3, 2, 1.